Barclays ditches Israel bonds. What's the big deal? Okay, picture this. You're Barclays, a global banking giant. You're used to making headlines for big deals, market moves, the usual Wall Street stuff. But suddenly, you're in the spotlight for something totally different. Ditching Israeli government bonds. Yep, you heard that right. Not exactly your typical Tuesday on the trading floor, is it? This move has everyone talking, from financial analysts to, well, me and you right now. Why is everyone making such a fuss? Because it shines a light on the often murky world of finance and forces us to ask, can money really be a force for change? Can a bank, with a bottom line to protect, actually take a stand on complex geopolitical issues? Now you might be thinking, hold on, it's just some bonds, right? But here's the thing. It's not about the bonds, it's about the message it sends. It's about a major financial institution seemingly bowing to pressure from activists who've been campaigning for years against Israel's policies towards Palestinians. So buckle up, because we're about to dive into the fascinating story of how Barclays found itself caught in the crosshairs, facing off against activists armed with hashtags and a whole lot of conviction. For years now, activist groups have been turning up the heat on companies with ties to Israel. Their weapon of choice? You guessed it, divestment. Think of it like a financial boycott. These groups argue that by investing in Israel, companies are essentially condoning policies they deem harmful. It's about hitting them where it hurts, their wallets, and hoping that financial pressure will lead to political change.
Barclays, with its global reach and hefty portfolio, became a prime target. The pressure was on, and it wasn't just coming from a few lone voices. Social media campaigns, shareholder resolutions, you name it, the activists were pulling out all the stops. And you know what? It worked. Barclays might not have explicitly said they were caving to activist demands, but the timing of their decision to pull out of Israeli bond auctions spoke volumes.
Now, Barclays, like any savvy corporate giant, knows how to play the PR game. They haven't exactly come out and said, okay, the activists were right, we're out. Instead, they've kept it vague, citing business reasons for their decision. But let's be real, it's hard not to see this as a calculated move to protect their brand and their bottom line.
In today's world, reputation is everything, and bad press can spread like wildfire. By distancing themselves from the controversy, Barclays is essentially trying to have their cake and eat it too. They get to avoid the negative PR and potential backlash from consumers while still maintaining a presence in other areas of the Israeli market.
Jerusalem calling Israel's take on the Barclays brouhaha. Unsurprisingly, Israel wasn't exactly thrilled about Barclays' decision.
The Israeli Finance Ministry was quick to downplay the move, calling it an isolated incident and emphasizing the country's strong economic fundamentals.
They've also been pretty vocal in their criticism of the activist campaign, calling it an attempt to delegitimize Israel and harm its economy. It's a classic case of two sides digging in their heels, each convinced they're in the right.
But beneath the official statements, there's a sense that this whole Barclays situation has touched a nerve.
It's a reminder that in today's interconnected world, even seemingly untouchable financial institutions can be swayed by public pressure. The bigger picture ethics, finance, and the power of a hashtag. So what does this whole Barclays saga tell us about the world we live in?
For one thing, it shows that the lines between business, politics, and social activism are becoming increasingly blurred.
It used to be that companies could get away with turning a blind eye to controversial issues. But those days are long gone.
Consumers, especially younger generations, are demanding that companies put their money where their mouths are and take a stand on issues they care about.
And let's not forget the power of activism.
The Barclays case is a perfect example of how grassroots movements, armed with nothing more than social media and a whole lot of passion, can actually make a difference.
They've shown that even the biggest financial institutions aren't immune to public pressure. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and want to see more of this content, click the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and share it. See you in the next one.